Why do humans kiss? It feels like one of the most natural things in the world. Every day, millions of people kiss without giving it a second thought. We kiss our partners. We kiss our children. In some cultures, people even kiss as a greeting. But if you stop and think about it for a moment, kissing is actually a very strange behavior. Why would evolution create a behavior that involves putting two faces incredibly close together? Where did it come from? And perhaps most surprisingly of all, scientists still don't have a single definitive answer. Many people assume kissing must be universal. It feels so common that it seems impossible to imagine human societies without it. Yet, anthropologists have discovered that romantic kissing is not practiced everywhere. Some cultures developed it. Others did not. That immediately creates a mystery. If kissing were simply an instinct hardwired into every human being, we would expect it to appear everywhere, but it doesn't. So where did it come from? To search for answers, we have to travel far into humanity's past. Life for our ancestors was very different from life today. There were no toothbrushes, no toothpaste, no mouthwash, no showers. Most people spent their lives surrounded by dirt, smoke, sweat, and the constant challenge of survival. Food was difficult to obtain. Predators were everywhere. Every day was a struggle. Yet somewhere in this harsh world, a behavior emerged that would eventually become one of humanity's most recognizable signs of affection. One of the oldest theories begins with something that sounds strange to modern ears. Some researchers have suggested that kissing may have evolved from feeding behavior between mothers and infants, long before blenders, baby food, or modern tools existed. Mothers sometimes softened food before giving it to their children. Among many animals, direct food transfer is common. Birds feed chicks. Other species transfer food directly from parent to offspring. Some researchers believe similar behaviors may have existed among ancient humans. If close face-to-face contact was already common between parents and children, perhaps later evolution transformed that behavior into something new. However, evidence for this idea remains limited. There is no direct proof showing that romantic kissing evolved this way. Many scientists view it as an interesting possibility rather than a proven explanation. Another theory focuses on information. Human beings constantly gather information about one another. Even when we are unaware of it, our brains are processing signals. A kiss brings two people extremely close together. Close enough to exchange subtle information through scent, breath, and countless tiny biological cues. Some researchers suggest that kissing may help people unconsciously evaluate potential partners. The idea is that our brains may be collecting information long before we consciously realize it. Again, scientists continue to debate exactly how important these signals are. But the possibility is fascinating. What feels like romance may also involve biology quietly working in the background. Then there is the brain itself. When people kiss, remarkable things happen inside the nervous system. Regions associated with reward become active. The brain releases chemicals linked to pleasure and bonding. Among these are dopamine and oxytocin. Dopamine is often associated with motivation and reward. Oxytocin is frequently connected to trust and social bonding. Together, these systems may help strengthen emotional connections between people. This is important because humans are unusual among animals. Human children require enormous amounts of care. A baby cannot survive on its own. Even years later, children remain dependent on adults. Because raising children is such a demanding task, strong social bonds may provide evolutionary advantages. Behaviors that strengthen cooperation and attachment could help families remain together. Over many generations, those benefits might have helped reinforce behaviors associated with bonding. Kissing may be one example. But kissing is not only about romance. Humans use physical affection in many different ways. Parents kiss children. Family members show affection. Different societies assign different meanings to similar behaviors. Culture shapes how these actions are expressed. Biology may create the capacity. Culture often determines the form. Throughout history, the meaning of kissing has changed repeatedly. In some places, it became romantic. In others, it became ceremonial. In others, it became social. The same behavior can carry completely different meanings, depending on the culture in which it exists. And this brings us back to the original question. Why do humans kiss? The honest answer is that nobody knows for certain. Perhaps kissing emerged from ancient feeding behaviors. Perhaps it evolved as a way to gather biological information. Perhaps it helps strengthen emotional bonds. Or perhaps the answer involves all of these factors working together. Human behavior is rarely shaped by a single cause. Evolution, culture, biology, and history constantly interact. The kiss may be one of the clearest examples of that complexity. What seems like a simple gesture may actually contain traces of millions of years of human history. A small action, a simple moment, yet hidden inside it may be survival. Family, attraction, cooperation, culture, and evolution itself. And perhaps that is the most fascinating answer of all. Not that we know exactly why humans kiss, but that such a simple act can reveal just how complicated it is to be human.